God call us, bro?
Say again?
Who does God call us?
Call us to be, or what does he call us?
Who does God call his people, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
Oh, the true, or the chosen people. Or
Yeah, we are chosen, but who does he call us? Give me Deuteronomy 1:1. Because this Bible is only written for one group of people. All right? The people that suffer and go through the curse of the day, that went in slavery, according to God, it's going to choke. Watch this. I want you to listen good.
Deuteronomy chapter 1, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
To everybody.
Unto all Israel.
So God calls us the children of Israel when you read the Bible, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? So he said, in Deuteronomy 28, we went over some of the curses of what the Israelites were going to go through today. All right? So give me I want you to read Daniel 7:25. Because something they did to us, they changed things. The so-called white men I'm talking about, the oppressor. Something they did to us, they changed things so we wouldn't know that this Bible is related to us. But God is waking us up in these last days of what we must do and what happened according to the Bible. I want you to listen to this, right? Now let me ask you this. I got a question for all you, all right? When is a Sabbath day? Saturday. Okay, when does it start?
when does it start?
Yes.
Sundown on Friday?
Okay, you might know a little bit. My man, when does Sabbath day start? Right here with the phone. The blue shirt. Question for you. When is a Sabbath day? According to the Bible, when is a Sabbath? Anybody know when a Sabbath day is? My man, the black shirt, you laughing at her. You laughing. When is a Sabbath day?
I don't know, my brother.
You don't know?
No.
See, a lot of us didn't know. I didn't know. I thought it was on Sunday. You understand? A lot of people go into Christian church and they keep it on Sunday, right? But let's see what God said. I want you to listen to this. This is the prophecy that was going to happen to us in the last days. Read.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 25.
Uh-huh.
And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
He is talking about the oppressors, the so-called white men. They speak against this Bible. God gave us laws. They say, nope, the law is done away with. We don't have to do that no more. They speak against God. Read.
And shall wear out the saints.
We are the saints. When you read the Bible, the saints are the Israelites. All right? We are the saints. Everybody's not a saint. All right? Read.
Of the Most High.
Uh-huh.
And think to change times.
And change what?
And think to change times
Uh-huh.
and laws.
So they changed times and laws. One thing is they did, they said, you know what? We don't got to keep the Sabbath day. Let's change it to Sunday. When did that happen? Who knows when that history happened? They start pushing, and we got to keep it on Sunday. Who taught us that?
Catholics. Or Christian.
Yeah.
Or Christian. Christian.
Christians. When was it taught? Should I say? When was that taught to us? During what? Slavery. You got it. The brother said slavery. That's when it was taught to us. Who taught us? Those slave masters. All right? Read that.
And they shall be given into his hand.
All right, so he taught us that the Sabbath day was on Sunday. That's one thing they taught us. Another thing they teach us, that two men can lie with men and get married. That's against God's laws. God ordained that man should have a woman. That's what he made Eve for, correct? So why do they teach us all these things contrary to the Bible? Because they don't want to let us know that this Bible is only talking about us. That's their whole agenda. We got to keep these guys away. I'm going to show you. Give me Psalms 83 and 3. Then I'm going to ask questions, all right? And we're going to go over that Sabbath. Yeah, give me Psalms 83 and 3. I'm going to show you one thing that they do to keep our people blind. So we'll never know who he is. That's what he asked you earlier. What was your nationality according to the Bible? And 9 out of 10 of y'all said, I'm black. That's just the color of your pants, right? We different shades of brown, all right? Read. I want you to listen to this. This is what the nations did to our people, all right? Read.
Psalm chapter 83 and verse 3.
Uh-huh.
They have taken crafty counsel.
So the other nations outside of Israel, they take crafty counsels. They gather in like a meeting. They came together against us, read.
Against thy people.
Against us. We thy people. When you read Deuteronomy 7 and 6, we are the chosen people of God. You said that right? You said it's a chosen people in there. We are those same people that's going through the curses. Read.
And consulted against thine hidden ones.
They went together against the hidden ones because we don't know who he is. Read.
Verse 4.
Uh-huh.
They have said.
They said, this is what they said. Read.
Come and let us cut them off.
Do what?
And come and let us cut them off.
So now they cut us off. Now we call ourselves African American, black, Muslim. Brothers say I'm 5%er. They cut us off from our history according to the Bible. That's what they still doing today. Try to keep us blind who we are. Read.
From a nation.
Uh-huh.
That the name of Israel.
That's why none of y'all called yourself Israel. Read.
May be no more in remembrance.
No more remembrance. So now it's out of our memory of who we are, what we must do. So let me ask y'all this. What must we do to come together as a people and get the kingdom of heaven. Because I'm sure if I ask, who want the kingdom of heaven, what y'all gonna say? What you gonna say? Yeah, you want the kingdom. He gonna say, I want the kingdom. He gonna say, I want the kingdom. But it's something we must do first. You understand that? Read.
Verse 5.
Uh-huh.
And for they have consulted together with one consent.
So all the nations came together with one consent. Read.
They are confederate against thee.
So all the other nations, whether you believe it or not, they all against us. Read. You understand? Like, that's why the so-called Japanese or Chinese can come in our neighborhood and take over and run it and have businesses before we can. You wonder why that is. You know what I mean? The Arab becomes, they can build stuff and we don't have that stuff like that. We've been living here all our lives, right? Read.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Edom, the so-called white man. Edom, in the Bible, according to the Bible, his name is Edom. They are the Edomites. Read.
And the
The
Ishmaelites.
so-called Arabs today. All right? So give me Hosea now. We're going to go over some things that why God cut us off as a people. If you listen to this. Hosea 5 and 15. Because God said we're going to continue to go through stuff as a Bible and a proverb, right? Until forever. Now, we're going to get into how we're going to reverse those curses. All right? And reverse those things that's happening to us. Read.
Hosea chapter 5 verse 15.
Uh-huh.
I will go and return to my place.
Read that again.
Hosea chapter 5 verse 15.
This is God talking to us again. He said, I'm going to go and return into my place. Read.
I will go and return to my place.
You listen to this? What's your name? DJ, right? They teach you about slavery in the Bible? In your school? Not really? All right, but this is what God says to his people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Read.
Till they acknowledge their offense.
Until we acknowledge our offense. We offended God. Y'all understand that? Our people offended God. We the chosen people, but why we at the bottom? We offended God. Read.
And seek my face.
So how do we seek God's face? How do you think?
I guess you follow the statutes and commandments.
What you say? How do we seek God's face? By what? What do you mean by picture? Okay. I'm going to show you according to the Bible how do we seek God's face. How do we get on the good side of God? All right? So we can line up so we can get the kingdom of heaven because that's what y'all said y'all want, right? So let's find out how we get the kingdom of heaven. Now, is the kingdom of heaven us just going to church on Sunday? We already established that Sunday is not the Sabbath day. All right? Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, that's the Sabbath day. We're going to get that in a minute. But I want you finish that?
In their affliction, they shall seek me early.
Meaning we going to be afflicted until we want to see God. God always afflicted. You ever know how somebody, something bad happens to them and they end up in the hospital? And now they ask, oh, God save me, God help me. God said you're going to be afflicted. Then they going to want to seek me. You understand that? Read that last part again.
In their affliction.
In their affliction, when they're going through some troubles, read.
They will seek me early.
Notice our people always want to seek God when they're going through some troubles. All right? Now, I'm going to give you another prophecy. It could be Jeremiah 17:4 because a lot of our people, we don't know who he is. And God, that was a prophecy that we wasn't going to know who we were in the last days. All right? Because y'all all say y'all was black, right? You say you was black? So-called black man, right? But you got a black hoodie, but your skin ain't black, right? Different shades of brown. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And thou, even
It's
thyself,
talking about us. Even thyself was what?
shall discontinue.
We discontinue. What does discontinue mean? What discontinue? What does that mean?
I don't want to say stop reproducing, stop progression.
Right, discontinue. What does discontinue mean? We're going over who he is according to the Bible, according to the prophecies of Deuteronomy 28. So we just asking questions out, you know. You got a question? Don't be afraid to answer. What does discontinue mean if I was to ask you? My name is David. I'm sorry. What's your name?
Dutchman.
What does discontinue mean?
No more existence.
No more existence. So read that again. God said a particular group of people is going to forget who they was and call themselves by other names. Read.
Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 4.
Uh-huh.
And thou, even thyself,
Read.
shall discontinue from thine heritage.
So we discontinue, give me heritage now. We discontinue of what God gave us, our heritage. We call ourselves by black, African American, Negroes. They keep changing our names. Who are we according to the Bible? God calls us, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native American, the children of Israel. All right? But we don't know that today. That's why we're here showing you. Read.
Sirach chapter 24, verse 23.
Now I'm going to go give you your real heritage. Read.
Sirach chapter 24, verse 23.
Uh-huh.
And these things are the book of the covenant of the Most High God.
The book of the covenant of the Most High God, read.
Even the law.
The what?
Even the law.
Read.
Which Moses commanded for an heritage unto the congregations of Jacob.
Now, our heritage is the laws of God. So now, this might ruffle some of y'all feathers, but we're going to go over the Sabbath day, okay? Read that. Give me the Sabbath, Exodus 20 and 8. All right? I'm going to give you the Sabbath day. All right? Because we got to bring this out. We're here for the truth, right? Everybody want the truth? If I was to ask y'all what's the truth, we're going to give y'all the truth, all right? Not the white man doctrine, what we've been taught in school, in these cemetery schools. According to God, what's the truth of our history? All right? Because the Bible is our history book. That's it. That's our history book. I want you to read the law of the Sabbath. The Sabbath is Friday sundown and Saturday sundown. All right? So I want you to read this. Go ahead. Read what you got.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse.
Anybody got? Okay. Go ahead. Read it.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Remember the Sabbath day.
Why would God tell his people, the Israelites, to remember something? Why would God tell us to remember this day? Why would he tell us? Read it again.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Remember the Sabbath day.
Why would God tell us to remember the Sabbath day?
This is supposed to be on the day.
That's true.
Keep it holy.
How do we keep it holy? That's another question. I'm gonna get there. Why would God say remember the Sabbath day? Why would your mom tell you remember something? Go to the store. Tell your mom, say, go to the store. Remember to get this. I'm gonna write it down for you. Why would your mom say that? Because he knew you might forget it. All right. Just like now, a lot of us think it's on Sunday, but God says remember the Sabbath day. The Sabbath day is on the seventh day. When you look at the calendar, the seventh day of the week is Saturday. All right. The first day is Sunday. God says, read it again.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
Remember the Sabbath day.
Read.
To keep it holy.
We're gonna find out how to keep it holy. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor
Uh-huh.
and do all thy work.
6 days we do our work. From Sunday to Friday, that's all we can do all our work. But read.
But the seventh day.
The what?
But the seventh day
Read.
is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
The seventh day is today. It's the Sabbath day. Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
We're not supposed to be working on this day according to the Bible. Read.
Thou.
Everybody understand? Any questions on that? Today is the Sabbath day. Friday, sundown, and Saturday, sundown. It's our job to come out and teach them and warn the people of the laws that they're breaking. You know what I mean? Read.
Thou, nor thy son,
Uh-huh.
nor thy daughter,
Read.
thy manservant,
Uh-huh.
nor thy maidservant,
Read.
nor thy cattle,
Uh-huh.
nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
So we're not supposed to be working. What else we not supposed to be doing on the Sabbath? Who knows? What else? We got working. What else? Can I go out and buy some hot food on the Sabbath? Give me that. Anybody knows? Can I buy hot food on the Sabbath? Huh? You said no. Well, we'll get to fasting. It didn't say fast, but what else? We got working. What else? You was right. He said holy. What else? Anybody knows? If not, we can just keep going. Read that.
The law?
Yes.
Okay. Exodus chapter 16 and verse 22.
I want y'all to listen to this.
Okay. Sorry about that.
My fault. Yep. So we're not supposed to be working. What else? Read.
Exodus chapter 16 and verse 22.
Uh-huh.
And it came to pass that on the sixth day they gathered twice as much bread.
We gathered twice as much, all right? Then we usually gather. Read. Just going to explain it.
2 omers
Mm-hmm.
for 1 man.
Keep reading.
And all the rulers of the congregation came and told Moses and said unto them, This is that which the Lord hath said. Tomorrow is the rest of the holy Sabbath unto the Lord.
So the Sabbath was coming on the next day, and they starting to prepare themselves so they have enough for the next day. Read.
Bake that which ye will bake today,
So bake that the day before what you will bake today. Get it ready. Read.
and sieve that ye will sieve,
Uh-huh.
and that which remaineth over lay up for you to be kept until the morning.
So have enough so you don't have to cook on the next day, the Sabbath day. So another thing to keep the Sabbath day holy, we're not supposed to be cooking on the Sabbath. So we went over, we're not supposed to be working, we're not supposed to be cooking. What else? This is the Sabbath day. All right. What else? Give me another one. Give me Exodus 30. Let's get some more on the Sabbath. Anybody got a question about how to keep the Sabbath day?
I got a question.
You got a question? Yeah, go ahead.
So the same, I don't want to diminish it at all. But the same,
No,
way,
go ahead.
same way we prepare and celebrate for a birthday celebration or somebody coming over, anything, it's the same way we celebrate the Sabbath. We take the time away, prepare that beforehand, so we don't have to not necessarily get our hands dirty, but put more energy into something that should already be prepared.
Right, you know, just like in the world, we used to go all out, right?
Right.
To go out to a club, we get ready, get our clothes ready. Not that I'm advocating for the club,
Right, yeah,
but I'm just saying, like on a birthday, birthdays is not in the Bible.
Right.
Just to let you know, okay? That's never in the Bible. In fact, the heathens, a lot of them killed our forefathers on their birthday to celebrate their birthday, whether you believe that or not. But you got to ask yourself, where does birthdays come from? Where does Christmas come from? All these are paganism holidays, all right? But they try to take stuff from the Bible and they just rename it, all right? So, what I had you?
Nehemiah?
Yeah, give me Nehemiah. We're still going over the Sabbath now,
I'm
all right? Any other questions? That was a good question, all right?
Nehemiah chapter 10, verse 31. And if the people of the land bring ware of any victuals,
Any victuals, read. So if somebody comes to you on the Sabbath day and they try to sell you some stuff, this is what we did according to the Bible. Read.
on the Sabbath day to sell,
So people come to you on the Sabbath day. Read.
that we will not buy it of them.
Not buy it of them. So if somebody came to me on the Sabbath day today, I'm not buying nothing. Think about it. We all had that mindset today. Be like, you know what? We're not buying, cooking, selling, or nothing on the Sabbath. This is the Lord's day. Think about how much we can move. Even a black woman today, they make up almost $3 billion. I believe you can quote me on this. $3 billion just buying hair products. Just, you know what I mean? Black women, they got that's a lot of power for us to be shut down on the Sabbath day. Think about how this world will move. But they don't think about it like that. The only way that's going to get us back on God's good side and get the kingdom of heaven is doing what God says do. That's what we're trying to show you. But first, you got to realize who you is in the Bible. That we are the Israelites. And Christ only came for his people. Y'all understand that? Christ didn't come for everybody. Christ came for the children of Israel. All right, so we gave y'all one law. It's the Sabbath day. All right, now there's plenty of more other laws that we can go over. We're going to go through a few more, but for the sake of time, we're just going to give you a few. All right? Yes. 3 minutes? All right, so we're going to find out how to get the kingdom of heaven. First thing, you got to start somewhere. Give me first Kings 8:40. You got to start somewhere. All right? Because we all had to start somewhere. We came for the word just like y'all. I just thought I was an African American. I was black. I was going to mess with a lot of women. That was my life, and play sports and do comedy. That was it. But I found out who I was in this Bible. I said, you know what? My lifestyle, old lifestyle, is not lining up what God says do. All right, because whether you believe it or not, it's a lot of stuff going on. The world, as America, will be judged. America not going to last forever. You can see the atrocity that's going on with our people and around the world. You just look and don't look outside of Rochester. Look at the atrocity that's going on in the world. You'll be like, you know what? America can't last forever. America is full of bloodshed. How did they get this country? All these things got to go through your head at a point of time. That's where we're trying to plant that seed of how to save yourself and who's Christ coming for. Read what you got. 1 Kings.
1 Kings chapter 8 and verse 47.
Uh-huh.
Yet, if they shall bethink themselves.
God has said, our people, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, so-called blacks, Hispanics, we got to remember. God is trying to make us remember who he is. Read.
In the land, whether they were carried captives.
How we were carried captive over here by those slave ships, as the officer brought out. We came over here by slave ships. Read.
And repent.
Now we got to change. What are we changing back to? The laws of God. We gave y'all one law, was the Sabbath. Read.
To make supplication unto thee.
Supplication, we got to be serious about this thing. We got to get some discipline in our lives. All right, Rick?
In the land of them that carried them captives.
This is the land. America, and we were scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Majority of us is here in America. God said you got to remember who you is in the land of your captivity. Read.
Saying, we have sinned.
We got to say we have sinned. He's talking about the Israelites because we the only people that can sin. Why? Because we was the only person that was given those laws of God. Read.
And have done perversely.
Read.
We have committed wickedness.
We continue to commit wickedness. All right? At a continual level. We continue to break God's law. That's why we keep getting punished. That's why you keep seeing the George Floyds in the streets, Sandra Bland, Amelia Castile. You keep seeing these atrocities. You wonder why it keep happening to us. Why these things continue to happen in our neighborhoods. Why am I living at the bottom of society? I've been working all my life. and then the white man can take your 80% of your check and then make you pay his taxes. You are in captivity, whether you believe it or not. That's not a good situation. You got to work 50 years out of your life, and then you only got, they make you retire probably now at 77. That's terrible. Read.
Verse 48. And so return unto thee with all their heart.
So now we got to get our minds right. God said we got to get our mind right. Why? How? Knowing who he is and returning back to the laws of God.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.